Sage for a second here, and today we're looking at the Marvel Epic Hero series of Thor, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and of course a Spider-Man that's with the Slpasher. Thor comes in the old clamshell design where it's a lot of plastic and stuff, so I didn't know Hasbro was still doing that. Of course, we got our 3 sad onions. It's a 4-inch figure, so it fits in closely with other 3.75 to 4-inch figure lines. Here the figure is out of package. You can see the hammer. It needs a little paint apps to really make it shine, but it is well sculpted. There's a lot of detail on here, so can't really complain about that. Thor, you can see, is in his classic, more comic-inspired design than the movie-inspired. He has the fins on his helmet, though they did have that in one of the Thor movies. It's not really that often you see Hemsworth hiding his beautiful locks of hair in the movies, so, you know. As you can see here, he has articulation that bends at the elbows and shoulders, articulates and swivels. Legs do the same thing where they can swivel at the knees. And of course at the hips, they do pivot all the way out. So he can hold his hammer pretty good. And as you can see here, here he is holding the hammer without any problems. And he, you know, pretty good figure. Though Thor isn't one of my favorites, he's still a cool figure in the comics and the movies in general. Moving right along, we now have Spider-Man's Miles Morales Epic Hero figure. This is in the more newer style box where they're using very little plastic or any kind of non-recyclable materials. Of course, the art on the box is really nice. 3 sad onions, you saw those there. And I really like the paint app on this figure. He has very clean Spider-Man lines on his chest and everything. And the design of the costume is just cool too, because it still says Spider-Man without you thinking this might be the same figure as the regular Spider-Man. He is obviously a variant of Spider-Man instead of just regular old Spider-Man. So I really like that. It would be like if they were to make a variant of Batman. You would want him to look visually different enough without giving up the Bat iconography. So I think that they did a great design choice on his figure. Of course, Miles has the web shooting hand. He has all the same articulation as the Thor figure. And of course, lets him get in some posing. He's not super articulated, so you do have some limitation compared to like a Spider-Man drawing. But he's a great toy at a great price, and I think that a lot of people will love him. And of course, the character is actually pretty cool, though it is funny that they started giving him some of the different powers and stuff they've given him. Web Splashers, of course, I got this mostly for the flying bike here. Even though it will shoot water, I don't think I'll ever put water in the thing. So I didn't test that part of this in this review. Sorry about that. It does have the newer style box, of course. And, you know, I don't love the paint apps on this Spider-Man symbol on his chest because it obviously is to match up with the fact that the vehicle shoots water. I've never heard of a Spider-Man that focused on water attacks. So this obviously was made just for the toy. Now you can see here the actual lines on his suit are recessed in the sculpting, so there's a lot of sculpting there. It looks like they may have just reused the same Spider-Man body they used for the regular Spider-Man, and then threw this blue Spider-Man symbol on his chest. And so hopefully with a little repaint or something, we can make this a much cooler figure. You know, if I decided to go that route. If you're a customizer and you want a Spider-Man figure, and you also want a speeder bike, you know, it's not a bad buy, because like the speeder bike is actually a well-designed look. And so we're going to take it out of package here. It comes in multiple parts. You do have to put it together. And the handlebars basically are kind of rubbery, so he can hold it pretty good with his hands and everything. It was very hard for me with my big fingers to get this little thing open where you actually put the water in, the little hood or whatever. And it obviously is a Spider-Man design with the big spider symbol on it. So that's something you'd have to address if you were trying to make it into a custom of another vehicle or something, which is where I probably will go because I just love making speeder bikes and things of that nature. Let's take the rest of the wings out and everything. So the wings come together and they're both the same plastic, blue plastic. And as you can see here, They're pretty cool looking, you know. They obviously have a very low paint app on this vehicle because, of course, there it is with the hood off and everything. Because, of course, they're just cutting budget here or there. It would have been cooler to have some more paint apps. But then again, it would have also not been needed if you are going to use this as a custom. So, of course, let's click that back in place. And let's put the wings on it. I like the little hex on the top, which doesn't scream Spider-Man to me, but it does remind me of Destiny, how they have all the hex in some of the video game stuff on the Destiny game. Okay, so let's plug these wings in here. They kind of just plug in. So if I were making it into a custom, I'd probably sand off that spider symbol or cover it up in some way, as well as the extra little writing that's on these toys, because they are toys. And I would also like glue these in place probably, because they really just clip in place. And so a kid's going to lose them. If you find these things in the Goodwill, I doubt you'll find them with both sets of wings on them. I doubt very seriously you're going to find them with all the parts, as it were. Which, you know, means that you may find them at the Goodwill. So if you're going to use them for customs, keep your Goodwill hunting on. At first, this was not clicking in place in a satisfying way at all. You have to slide it from the back to get it to really click in place. I eventually had to break down and actually read the directions, even though it's pretty simple to put together. I know I lost part of my guy card there, having to read the directions and all. Anyway, like I said, it looks really cool put together, and of course the figure will sit on the thing really good. You can actually pose it really good because the handlebars are rubbery enough that even if his hands don't want to line up correctly fully, he can hold on to one of the handlebars. And both of his hands are in a motorcycle drivable position instead of having the web slinging capability that the other Spider-Man figures typically have. So he might be better for that in the case that he can hold other stuff, or if you need to have your Spider-Man doing other stuff besides shooting webs. Okay, and here's those directions. Like I said, I looked at it. It actually is pretty solid once you put it together there. And you can see he does look really good on the vehicle itself, except for where the legs articulate and everything there. They could have done a little bit better job there, but it is a toy, so there's only so much you can expect there. Anyway, if you like these videos, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, pour on the plastic.